Sarah Ferguson won't let go without a fight, after royal exile. Welcome to Royal Chronicles, the channel where the palace gates are always open and no royal secret stays buried for long. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell, because every week we bring you the stories the royals wish would stay behind closed doors. Now, let's get into today's episode, and trust me, you will not want to scroll away from this one. Imagine losing your title, your home, your income, and your social standing, all at once. Imagine being asked to pack your bags from a 30-room Windsor mansion after nearly 2 decades, with nowhere to go and the whole world watching. Now imagine that instead of crumbling, you look the establishment dead in the eye and say, "I won't let go without a fight." That is exactly what Sarah Ferguson, once the vibrant, flame-haired Duchess of York, the people's Fergie, is reportedly doing right now. And by the time this video is over, you'll understand why her story might be the most dramatic royal survival tale of our generation. Stay with me, because the twists in this one will leave your jaw on the floor. To understand where Fergie is right now, we have to rewind the clock. Sarah Ferguson burst onto the royal scene in 1986 like a breath of fresh air, spirited, warm, and refreshingly unpolished compared to the carefully curated image the palace liked to project. She married Prince Andrew, Queen Elizabeth's favorite son, and for a brief, golden moment, she was beloved. But the cracks appeared fast. By the early 1990s, the tabloids had turned. Scandalous photographs, a messy divorce in 1996, and a mountain of debt that reportedly reached £5 million, Fergie was suddenly public enemy number one. She was the royal the palace wanted to forget. And yet, remarkably, she never truly disappeared. She rebuilt. She wrote books, did television, launched businesses, and found a way to remain relevant. Even after her divorce from Andrew, she continued living at Royal Lodge in Windsor, a sprawling 30-room mansion, in a unique arrangement that raised eyebrows but somehow worked. Until now. Everything changed in late 2025 when King Charles made a move that sent shockwaves through the monarchy. He formally stripped Prince Andrew of all remaining royal titles. The man who was once the Duke of York, a senior working royal, was now simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, a private citizen with a very complicated past. And here is where it gets devastating for Fergie. Because when Andrew lost his titles, Sarah lost hers too. The Duchess of York title she had held onto through scandal after scandal, gone. Just like that, she became plain Sarah Ferguson again. But the hits kept coming. King Charles served formal notice for Andrew to surrender his lease on Royal Lodge. The siege, as royal insiders had been calling it for months, was finally over. Andrew was relocated to a quiet property on the Sandringham estate, effectively hidden away from public life. Sources described it as a form of exile, designed to keep him out of the spotlight. And Sarah, she was left scrambling. One close friend told the Daily Mail, she has nowhere to go, or anyone else to go with. Reports emerged of Fergie sneaking in and out of Royal Lodge lying prone on the back seat of a car, hiding from the press. She reportedly confided to friends, "I need to get back to work. I need money." The woman who once danced at royal galas was now essentially homeless, broke, and facing the most uncertain chapter of her life. Now, we cannot tell this story without addressing the dark cloud that hangs over all of it, Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew's connection to the disgraced financier has been the nuclear bomb at the center of his downfall. And because Sarah's name has been linked to Epstein as well, she once admitted it was a gigantic error of judgment, the fallout has splashed onto her too. Her charity, Sarah's Trust, which she founded to improve the lives of women and children, announced it would be closing for the foreseeable future. Her role as patron for multiple organizations was quietly terminated. And according to royal biographer Phil Dampier, the emotional toll has been severe. He told Woman's Day that sources close to Fergie say she has been on the edge of a nervous breakdown, with her older sister flying in from Australia just to comfort her. Meanwhile, behind the walls of Royal Lodge, things between Sarah and Andrew reportedly deteriorated badly. Sources claim their arguments became constant and ugly, with each blaming the other for their collective ruin. Andrew allegedly says Sarah was always too greedy. Sarah allegedly insists Andrew pushed her toward Epstein for financial help years ago. Their daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, who remained princesses in their own right, or said to be mortified and have quietly stepped back. It is, by any measure, a spectacular and heartbreaking unraveling. But here is where the story takes a turn, because Sarah Ferguson is not done. Not even close. Sources close to her describe a woman who is bruised but defiant. She's a fighter, one insider told People magazine. Despite the chaos, Fergie is reportedly searching for a new residence in the Windsor area and looking to revive her writing career and business interests. She has spoken about needing to put distance between herself and Andrew. She is, by all accounts, pivoting, again. Royal author Robert Jobson, who has tracked her journey for decades, offered this insight. When Sarah divorced Andrew, her financial settlement was not large. She was introduced to a world of luxury and privilege, lived it fully, and was left holding the bill. She never got the payoff she should have got, Jobson said. And yet, even now, there are unexpected lifelines. Royal author Andrew Lowney suggests that in the UAE, where Andrew has long cultivated relationships, Sarah could still be welcomed and treated as royalty. While Britain may have closed its doors, a new chapter abroad may be quietly opening. King Charles himself, according to palace insiders, is reluctant to leave Fergie completely adrift, not out of pure kindness, but because the last thing the monarchy needs right now is another bombshell tell-all. As one palace source wryly noted, the last thing he wants is another spare. So here we are. Sarah Ferguson, once a duchess, once disgraced, once rebuilt, and now standing at the edge of yet another reinvention. She has been counted out before. She has been mocked, vilified, and written off. And every single time, she has found a way to come back. Will she do it again? That is the question the royal world is watching closely. Because if there is one thing Fergie has proven over 30 years, it is that she is not the type to go quietly into the night. She said it herself, through those close to her, she won't let go without a fight. And something tells me this story is far from over. If you found this video compelling, please give it a thumbs up, it helps more royal watchers find our channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Royal Chronicles so you never miss an episode. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Sarah Ferguson deserves a second chance, or has the palace made the right call? We read every single comment. Until next time, the palace gates remain open. See you in the next one.